The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Hi, and welcome to the Eagle Sports Network. I'm Caitlin Jones, standing alongside head track and field coach David Needs. So let's start off with the really exciting news. 3 track and field athletes of the week, more than that, actually. Right. You had the men's relay, you had Femi, and then Khadijah had a really great outing at UT. So just talk to me a little bit about those athletes and then the overall performance last weekend.
Sure. So, when we went to UT last week, we knew that it would be a great place to run fast and jump far and do all those other things. We wanted to get our athletes. We hadn't really run. We tried to run a 4x1. Got somebody injured at Lee, and so we were like, all right, this is the week we've got to do it. So we went and ran one of the fastest times in the nation. And for our guys to be able to do that, that was great. We kind of got a little heat from last year and previous year's teams because they're like, man, we never got it. Like, how come you never nominated us? And I was like, well, we didn't think about it till you and I talked about it. But so so for them to get that, but then for Femi, what a blessing that was to watch him clear the height that he did, hit a provisional mark. We have a special tradition for track. If you make provisional, you get this special blue shirt with an eagle head on it. So right when he did it, I was like, well, hey, come see me. I got your blue shirt waiting for you. So for Femi, a guy that's invested in the program, came in a lot of faith and does so many things on our campus. From he's been an RA, he's involved in a lot of different organizations on campus. So he is somebody that you truly are happy for. And then Khadijah just showed why she's such a special athlete, because to not only do well in the long jump, which is her thing, and then do well in the hurdles, which is also her thing, but to go out there and say to me, hey, coach, I threw the javelin like 6 years ago. I think I could throw it and help us. And we took her out there, and then she finished in the top 8 and made the finals in the jav. What a compliment to her as an athlete.
Yeah, I found that interesting looking through stats, seeing javelin with Khadijah's name next to it. It's really exciting for her and a great team spirit, obviously. Sure. So you guys are heading now to UNC Asheville this upcoming weekend. D1 competition to D1 competition. Sure. How do you think that plays a role in preparing you all for something like a nationals, going against some really strong competition and kind of almost maybe stopping a little bit of those nerves as you head into some bigger events?
Sure. So sometimes football teams will play tougher teams early in the season, or basketball teams or whatever, to get that competition before they get into the conference swing. Since we don't really have like a regular season conference schedule, but we have a conference championship, in order to put ourselves in good standing at the conference meet, we want to run against teams and people that will provide great competition so we can run faster times. So for us to be able to go compete against some of these opponents that really will push us in some areas is good. And then to be still one of the better schools there, so we get good lane assignments for a lot of our people is critical. So a guy like Amin, who's chasing a national championship in the 200, we want to put him in a good lane so that he can run against fast people, but we don't want him to be like in lane 8 trying to have to fight through lane 8 or lane 1. So that's big for us. But then, to get to a place where we can go against schools and be relatively close. This is our first, I've been doing this for 27, whatever number that is, however long I've been here. And we've never been to UNC Asheville. So this is the first time we've ever run. They got a brand new track. It's a great experience. It's a nice track that's going to hopefully run fast. And if that is the case and it's close, good for us.
Yeah. So as we're heading into UNC Asheville, let's just talk about progression. You had a lot of great results from UT, and then now you're heading to another really competitive meet. Talk about what it takes for your team to continue to take that step forward as you head toward, the middle of this season.
Right. So now we're in that last. So we've had 2 meets. We had a week off. Went to Tennessee. Now we have 2 more meets, and then we have the conference meet. And so right now what we're looking at is finalizing what people are going to run at the conference meet.
Right.
Get to a place where we can run a fast time so you can qualify for the conference meet, because some people haven't even qualified yet.
Right.
And then get to a place where as we push through this, that there are some in the back of their mind that are thinking beyond the conference meet and to go into the national championship. And if you're going to go to the national championship, you got to run fast. You got to jump far.
Yep.
And so put ourselves in a situation where we can compete against good opponents and get us down the track faster and around the track faster and jump further and throw farther, so that we can see where we're going to be, not just in 3 weeks at the conference meet, but where we're going to be at the end of May at possibly the national championship.
Awesome. So just kind of to wrap us up, overall expectations, hopes for this weekend. Is there anybody specific that you're watching to kind of make a leap, anything like that you have your eye on?
Well, we always look, we're a little bit banged up right now, so we have some key people that are injured that have been injured for better parts of the year. And so what we're trying to do is just try and find health. That's one thing. But then also, like Sade had a good week after being in Africa and then coming back to run at the University of Tennessee and do well. So we're looking for people like Sade to come. Ty had a good week. Michaela McMiller had a great week last year, had a personal best. But even in events like the ones that I coach in the javelin, like, are we going to take the next step, right? Is the James Duncan and Kelly Ivins, who really have specialized in javelin, are they going to take the next step in where they are? And so I look for people like that. But then, we have so many great ones that if I sat here and rattled them all off, we'd have a 40-minute interview. And so what we're looking for is that. And then guys, freshman guys like Garrett Wilson, Jenna Pittman, McKenna Spalding, people like that, Sam Klein, that can they find that next step in their identity as a college athlete from beyond a high school athlete, and then, get a Katie Smock that may come back, that's going to come back and maybe run the 15 or the 5K, depending on what we're looking at. You just broke the school record last week. Now what are you going to do this week? Yeah. So all those plus 1,000 more that I could mention, that are what are they going to do?
Awesome. Well, great week last week, and we wish you the best of luck, as always, as you head to UNC Asheville. Thank you all for tuning in to the Eagle Sports Network.